Next is the anatomy of seminiferous tubule or the cross section of seminiferous tubule. Okay. We discussed these are the tubular structures which is involved in the production of what? Sperms. And these seminiferous tubules are present inside the compartments of the testis called as testicular lobules. Okay. So this is actually the wall of testicular lobule. And inside testicular lobule, what is present? Seminiferous tubules are present. So all these are the seminiferous tubule. This is one seminiferous tubule, this is another, and this is another. I told you how many seminiferous tubules are there? 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules are there. Okay. And these seminiferous tubules are internally lined by two types of cells. See, this is the seminiferous tubule. And these seminiferous tubules are internally lined by how many types of cells? Two types of cells. One cell is smaller cuboidal cell and the larger cell. Okay. This smaller cuboidal cell is called as primary male germ cell. So this smaller cell is called as primary male germ cell or spermatogonia, which undergo meiotic division to form what? Sperm. And then the larger cell is called as Sertoli cell, which nourishes the developing sperms. So this is the functional difference between these two cells. So seminiferous tubules, they are internally lined by how many types of cells? Two types of cells. One is the primary male germ cell or spermatogonia, which undergo what? Meiotic division to form the sperms. This spermatogonia, that is a plural term, while spermatogonium, that is a singular term. Okay. Then what is the role of this larger cell, Sertoli cell, which nourishes the developing sperms? Then the space between adjacent seminiferous tubule is called as, this space is called as interstitial space. And these space carry the cells called interstitial cells. So these are the interstitial cell. And this was discovered by the scientist called Leydig. And so it is also called as what? Leydig cell. This cell is important because this is the cell which is involved in the production of what? Testosterone. Okay. And then some other cells are also there. They are the immunologically competent cells which provide immunity. Clear? That means they are the leukocytes like B cells, T cells and monocytes. So this is about the anatomy of seminiferous tubule. Okay. And then accessory glands. 3 accessory glands are there. One is seminal vesicle and then prostate gland, and third one is bulbourethral gland. The function of bulbourethral gland is providing lubrication during sexual contact, since it produces a large amount of mucus. Okay. And then seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland, they are in paired nature, while this prostate gland is single. Okay. Then the entire secretions from these accessory glands called as seminal plasma, which carry fructose as energy source, then calcium, which play an important role in sperm motility, and then different enzymes which helps in fertilization. Okay. The next thing is semen. What is the semen? I told you the entire secretions from accessory glands called as what? Seminal plasma. This seminal plasma combines with sperms. Okay. To form the fluid called as semen, which is the fluid that is ejaculated during the sexual contact from penis. Okay. And the amount is 3 to 5 ml per ejaculation or single sexual contact. And these 3 to 5 ml carry 200 to 300 million sperms. Okay. And then this thing is also important. That means for normal fertility, 60% of sperms should be normal size and shape, and 40% should have vigorous motility. Okay. So this is about the semen. And next is the penis. This thing we know, that is the male copulatory organ. Then parts, 3 parts are there. The first or the base part is called as the root. And then, so this is the root part. And then this is the body. And then the last swollen part, that is the glans penis. So this is what glans penis. Okay. And then the root is the base part. The next part is the body. So this part is important because this carry the special tissue called erectile tissue, helps in erection to facilitate what? Insemination or sexual contact. That means the erectile tissue, when the male is sexually stimulated these erectile tissues get filled with what? Blood to keep penis erect, and this is called as penile erection, which is required to have what? Sexual contact. So this is the significance of erectile tissue seen in body of penis. Okay, and then the last part, and one more thing, I told you these erectile tissues are actually in 3 cylindrical masses. 2 dorsally placed, which is called as corpus cavernosum, and 1 is ventrally placed. So dorsally placed, these 2 tissues called as corpus cavernosum, and 1 is ventrally placed, and this is called as corpus spongiosum. So erectile tissues are in 3 cylindrical masses. 2 cylindrical masses are dorsally placed, called as corpus cavernosum, and 1 is ventrally placed, called as corpus spongiosum. And then the last thing, glans penis. This is the last swollen part, which is covered by loose fold of skin called as foreskin or prepuce. And the significance is this particular part carry a large number of sensory nerve endings. That means this is an easily stimulated area. So like this glans penis, a structure is present in female reproductive system also. This is called as clitoris. Okay, so clitoris is the structure homologous to glans penis in female body. Why? Because this particular structure also carry a large number of sensory nerve endings, and that means it is an easily stimulated area in females. Okay, so this is about the penis.